Oh, really now?
Oh yeah, oh really, that's... Okay. The following day.
Oh, that's so Brian blinded.
N.M. What? I feel dazed and disoriented when I wake up the following morning, which isn't unusual for me. I'm not a morning person, I never have been. Sometimes I think I'd be at my happiest if I could spend all of my day lying in bed. But that isn't possible. I have things to do, worse luck, and my clients won't wait around forever. I have ingredients to pick up, potions to brew, and... Kenley, you're the cat.
Yeah.
A small purring creature, which is busy licking my cheek. Turn my head, blinking blearily, and wipe my eyes with the back of my arm. There, curled up on the pillow beside me, is an indistinct ball of black fur.
There wasn't anything specific sent out on the...
Why'd I get off TikTok? Takes me a few moments to register what it is, but when I do, I remember now. This sooty little creature fell through the flue of my chimney yesterday, and I wound up taking him in. I thought he was an ordinary cat, just like any other, until I woke up in the middle of the night in the arms of a stranger. He looked at me, his mismatched eyes boring into my own, and said... He called me scrawny. I remember that clearly. What an ass. I'm still not over that, actually, but... Say the word.
Is it me?
Huh?
Is it me?
The cat who I now know is called Blaze, purrs and gives my cheek another lick. Is he trying to get me out of bed? He must want me to hurry on over to Oxel on the double so I can get to interrogating the witch who transformed in. Charmaine, I think her name is. Thus I recall everything that happened last night, including Charmaine's address. It should come in handy when I head out to see her. For now, however, I'd like to put some food in my belly. I'm famished. Let's skip it. Blaze licks my cheek again, a touch more insistently this time, and I sigh. Yeah, I heard you the first time reading up, you stupid thing. You don't need to tell me twice. Whatever. Scowl. You might be taller than I am when you're a human, but you're not human right now, are you? Your stupidity got you stuck in this form, so I'm gonna address you in a manner I think is appropriate for the situation. Now, why are you in my bed? Didn't I tell you to spend the night on the floor? Blaze meows again. It's starting to get a bit samey. And gives my cheek another lick. His tongue feels uncomfortably rigid, and I wince. He's getting my face all covered in saliva, damn it. Granted, this is significantly less awkward than it would be if Blaze was still a human, but he's a regular guy deep down, no matter how small and fluffy he might be right now. As such, he should exercise more decorum, no matter how lickable my face might look. Would this count as a kiss? Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. I think I need to wash my face. Alright, fine, I guess you can share my bed when you look like that. You don't take up all that much space. But if you try to stink beneath my color while you're still human, I'll hit you. Don't think I won't. Do we have an agreement? Good, I thought that sounded reasonable myself. Now quit licking me, I'm already awake. You don't have to keep trying to get my attention on me. I prod the tip of Blaze's nose as he goes cross-eyed in response and sits up. I shiver as my bare soles press against the cool warp wood of the floor, but it's not an unwelcome sensation. It helps me wake up. We're gonna get dressed now. You better scram me here while I'm making myself decent. I don't want to repeat of what happened last night. Blaze's tail swishes. Still can't speak cat, though that's probably not for likelihood of trying. But I think that meow probably means stop being so precious. What's the point in being self-conscious now when I've already seen you naked? I guess it's a fair point to make, but I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Don't look at me like that. This is my house, you little monster. I should be allowed some privacy if I want it, even if you are a cat right now. I'm not gonna give you any more opportunities to make fun of me. Now get out, scram, shoo. Out over the door, then wrench it open. Take you to see Charmaine, as I said I would last night, but I refuse to go anywhere until I got undressed. I'm not gonna let you bully me. You're a guest here, and you have 4 legs to boot. What I say goes, mister. Blaze meows again, in a manner which doesn't even sound entirely satisfied, but he does eventually oblige. He hops off my bed, his paw sitting around with an inaudible thud, and slinks off. He exits my bedroom, his tail switching in his wake, and once he does, I afford myself a sigh. My heart is pounding more than it should, given how early it is in the morning, and my face feels horribly hot. I wasn't blushing when I was trying to lay down with Blaze, was I? How embarrassing. Why does everything have to be so complicated? How's that? Does it taste alright? Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. I watch the Blaze as he digs into his food, his chin propped up with one hand. I made myself some breakfast too, of course, but I'm having more fun watching Blaze stick his head in the dish I left for him on the floor than I was busying myself with my own victuals. Victuals. I don't know. Victuals. There's something oddly amusing about watching Blaze scrabbling around on the floor like like an animal. Maybe I should be taking any amusement in his plight, but I have to bite back the rather childish urge to say, "Ha, serves you right for being so tall." I mean, really, what's the point in having such an imposing stature? It's not like being taller did Blaze any favors. Now he's stuck being a cat. I watch him for a few minutes, aloofly amused, as Blaze finishes his food. Then, once he's done, I retrieve his empty bowl from the floor. I put the bowl in the sink to soak, alongside my bowl of half-eaten porridge, to make an announcement. Alright, now that you have your fill, we best be on our way. I'm not crazy about the thought of dropping in on the Valuva family. I've heard they're as fancy as get out.
We would consider they modern eukaryotic cells that might have already had some membrane.
Why is Rel learning biology?
Are you doing biology?
Yes. Let's talk about eukaryotic cells, all right?
Oh, my bad.
Tell me.
Bro.
So eukaryotic cells are ones with like nucleus. They're like us. They're the cells that our body is with. And compared to prokaryotic cells, or
Man,
like
I'm trying to do
cell-
this fucking study guide. It's like so fucking.
Oh wait, guys, I've been called. Wait. Okay, my mom's calling me. She's telling me to go get groceries from the car, so I gotta go help her with that. Kelly, you still learn about the difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic. I'll be right back, guys.
That they could only metabolize things anaerobically. You couldn't leverage oxygen. While these other characters could leverage, then they could have become simian, where the one that could leverage oxygen would get engulfed into the larger cell. The larger cell is able to provide nutrients and food, while the smaller cell that's engulfed inside of it is able to better metabolize leverage oxygen to produce more fuel. That over time, symbiotic relationship became even more connected so that the smaller organism could not operate by itself. That it lost some of its DNA that was necessary to act independently, and some of it might have gotten incorporated into the DNA cell. And those smaller organisms are what eventually evolved into what we consider today to be. This is a fascinating theory, and it's actually been proven out. But Lynn
Kelly,
Margulis
why is
first-
Mr. Cochran preying on your downfall?
It wasn't.
Kelly,
Yeah.
why is Mr. Cochran praying for your downfall?
Yo, right. So like I submitted like a presentation, like maybe like after the class.
Mhm.
I don't feel like if like beforehand, right? Like I had like one, like I already had like one submitted, but like when I got like the grade right, it said like I submitted it late or something.
That's crazy. I'm fine. Mr. Cochran is praying for your downfall. I can never imagine that, dude. Okay, well. Ribosomes, facilitated transport. Okay, sorry, where were we? Kelly, are you still doing your thingy?
I'm not crazy about the thought of dropping in on the. Okay. Let's go and pay a visit to Charmaine. Cool. I knew the rulers were wealthy, but this is something else. I didn't know their house was this big. Please be honest, perhaps an agreement, as the two of us glance about. Charmaine's not so humble about it. Charmaine's house is so large, calling it a house doesn't really seem to do it justice. It's more a mansion than anything. 3 towering roofs with a smooth white exterior, capped by a sloping slate roof. It's grandiose to an extent that I feel rather intimidated standing in its shadow. This is nothing new for me. I'm short, so I always find myself standing in the shadows. I'm used to feeling fear, which is perhaps why I'm able to show up my courage relatively quickly. Well, there's no point in getting cold feet now, not when we came all the way out here. Oh, do you not want me to go inside? Stop that shaking, you'll be fine. I'm the one who'll be doing all the talking anyway, even though I'm awful at it. You don't have anything to worry about. You didn't think I was gonna ask you to take the lead, did you? You can't even talk. That's right, all you need to do is sit there and look pretty. Just leave everything to me. Clear my throat, then approach the front door, which, like the rest of this palatial home, is much taller and wider than it really needs to be. I seize hold of the knocker, which is shaped like a lion's head, and give it a shake. The knocker hits the door with a series of low thuds. I rap it 5 times just to make sure, then stand back. A few moments pass, and then...
Am I just like all the female characters or whatever?
Or you're all the side characters, and then Kenley was the cat.
Oh,
No,
Kenley is the cat.
I'm just a cat. You're also the cat.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm just a cat. Oh, you admitted it. Okay.
I'm just you're the cat boy. I'm the cat.
But I'm playing a maid though. Like, you know, those are equivalent positions. Like a cat boy and a maid. Those are kind of, they balance each other out. The equilibrium.
Brother, what?
I'm saying that he should be the cat and all those that represent the cat.
Actually, y'all got it. I'm just a spectator.
You can't do / game mode spectator right here, right now. You don't even have the perms. Okay, bro. I beg your pardon.
Huh? Oh. The door opens with a click, and one of the Velour family's maids comes to greet us. Her eyes widen, and her eyes are a pale icy blue. Features are
Dojo?
striking. Huh?
Never mind.
Her features are striking, and they look oddly familiar. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere before, but where? Before I can place her, however, the maid says,
Can I help you?
the maid's voice is cool and clipped. Her every syllable like smooth polished marble. She wanna be a lady herself, but she has the diction on one. Okay. Is that a requirement of the Velour family have of their servants? I'm starting to feel uneasy, and this woman is literally a servant.
Servitude.
But I need to get my act together. I'm the one who told Blaze to stop shaking. I have to follow by example. If you can, it would be appreciated. We're hoping my companion and that would be able to speak with Miss Romaine if that would be too much trouble. The man looks at me critically and says, "My apologies, but
My apologies, but Lady Charmaine is busy with her lessons at the present. You'll have to come back at a later date. With her an invitation, of course." Oh, I saw one. Oh my god. The Valor do not allow any old riffraff off the street to enter their home. You must understand, whatever it so suits them, it simply is not done. Rah, rah, rah. Now be away with you. Scatter.
the maid shoots at me impetuously. In a manner that isn't all that dissimilar to the way I tried to get rid of Blaze. Then make sure to slam the door shut. Oh crap, wasn't how I wanted our meeting to go. Hey wait, I cried out to a stern stone-faced maid, but I don't get a chance to plead my case. Soon interrupted by a light girlish laugh.
What the hell kind of name? Nanette? Nanette?
Yeah.
Oh, Nanette. Why is it the TE? Nanette.
Nanette's.
Nanette's. Okay. Oh, Nanette, are you being rude to our guests? I don't know. She's clapping her hands. Milady. Oh no. Am I gonna be speaking to myself like a schizophrenic?
Yeah. The maid Nanette, I suppose, jumps in surprise at this unexpected interruption. A young girl is standing at the entrance of the little family mansion, attired in fine clothes, so they look a bit slipshod. The ribbon looped through her collar is crooked and uneven, and one of her stockings is slithering down her foot. Nanette sees them, the tuts.
What are you doing here, milady? And looking like that, too. I thought you were supposed to be taking your etiquette lessons. Etiquette. I was taking my etiquette lessons. But it was boring. You know I can't stand Armand. Armand's lectures. They go on for forever and a day. And what does a cadaver like that know about etiquette anyway? Ooh, that rhymes. He can't. What the? He can't even curtsy. He'll put his back out. Milady, really? You can't just leave your tutor in the middle of your lessons, regardless of your feelings. It's not proper. If your mother knew about this... Oh, she scolds me all the time anyway. Ever since I cast that spell on myself, that is. She says if I want to be her daughter now, I want to start acting like a proper young lady. But I'm already a lady. I don't need to act like anything. He's almost as bad as Armin from Attack on Titan.
Yep.
Armin. If she's always scolded you, my lady, perhaps you ought to take that as a sign to amend your behavior. I could do that, I suppose. Indeed you could. But that's boring, so I won't. Now, who you're talking to, Nanette? Who's our guest? Wait. So this lady? Oh wait. Oh, it's clicking together. So what? Did she accidentally curse them? Like accidentally? It was not like.
What? Why would it be an accident?
Oh, because she said ever since I cast that spell.
No, she's talking about a different spell because the Blaze told us that it was purposeful because he did something bad.
Oh, I see. Man, I'm so Minecraft brain rotted that when you
Like,
said
so, like,
Blaze,
the
I
main
thought
character-
Blaze
thought
rods.
what? Oh, Kenley was mobile rapping. I did not hear a word he said.
Don't worry about it.
No. You could have a whole album. I see the potential. Oh, him?
Nanette shoots me a look that can only be described as unpleasant.
He's just a commoner, milady. Come to ask for alms. Alms?
Yeah, alms.
Alms? Probably. He even brought his cat with him, as though that might garner our sympathies. He isn't worth expending our time on. I was just about to ask him to leave, as a matter of fact. Yes, I did hear you, but do hang about, dear Nanette. You said he brought a cat with him? That's right, yes, but why should that matter, milady? Well, I wonder... And I wonder... Smiling Charmaine... Oh wait, no, that's you. My bad.
A smiling Charmaine peers over Nanette's shoulder. She first looks at me, but her brown-eyed gaze soon settles upon Blaze. Blaze trembles when Charmaine's eyes lock onto his, and he digs his claws into my chest. I did wonder, but that cinches it. He really is afraid of her. Charmaine, meanwhile, looks completely in her element. Her smile grows wider, and slipping under Nanette's arm, she approaches us.
Well, hello there, traveler. That's quite a cute cat. Where have I seen that before? You have. It's absolutely adorable. Hey, can I pet him?
Charmaine greets me in a cheerful way, which seems a touch too casual, given her status as a lady. The long-suffering Annette, meanwhile, looks like she's ready to pass out over this breach of etiquette. She gasps and says,
My lady, please. Missing your etiquette lesson is one thing, but your mother really would be angry if she knew you were fraternizing with this
With this what? What am I exactly doing it? I guess only time will tell.
with this hoodlum.
I'm not black.
It's just like black segregation.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this hoodlum. Hoodlum, get that hoodlum off this plane. Hoodlum.
Get this nigger off the plane.
Brother. This is like
You ever
reverse.
see that one-
This is reverse racism. Because she
You know
owns the
that one
plantation
video
and
where
he's the slave worker.
no, what are we, North Carolina?
I don't
No,
know.
what was it? What was that place called? Was it New England versus Chesapeake?
Chesapeake.
Chesapeake, okay. You ever seen that one reel where Jake Paul was just shouting the N-word or something?
Bro, I don't even know, dude. Was that like
Okay.
AI or something? Whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, it was AI. It was AI. You know, Jake Paul knows AI videos. It's crazy. Get back indoors this instant. In a moment, Nanny. Don't be such a grump. I am not being a grump, milady. I am merely being sensible. If you were to come to any harm, then please don't fuss. I'll be fine. You're forgetting, Nanny. I'm one of the most powerful witches out there. I'm like Gojo out here. I'm like,
Gojo isn't a witch.
Okay.
Gojo's a Gojo.
yeah, she's literally Gojo. I think I'd be able to see to this scrawny young man easily enough if he tried anything funny. 6 eyes.
Am I really scrawny? Hearing it from Blaze was bad enough, but it feels even worse when a pipsqueak like Charmaine says it.
Not that I think he would. You didn't come here to make a nuisance of yourself, did you? I think you came here to ask for my help instead. Isn't that right?
Charmaine takes another step forward. She reaches out, still smiling mischievously. Resting her palm atop Blaze's head, she says,
Blaze? Blaze rods? You got... I really must apologize for the unwelcome reception you both received. It was not 5G. It was most unfair.
brother.
Nanny only has my best interests at heart, but sometimes she could take things too far. I hope you're not too offended with what she called you a hoodlum, right? You know, that's what the other call...
But, oh no, that's fine. I've been treated far worse, and I'm sure Blaze has too.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine he might have been... Hey, hoodla. My hoodla.
The giggling Charmaine eyes blaze with some degree of amusement. Her fingers curled through the ceramic handle of her teacup. The pair of us are sitting in which I can only presume is one of the many drawing rooms in the Valor family, after having been led here by the long-suffering Annette. The drawing room is spacious with a ceiling high enough to rival the one in the entrance hall. The wallpaper is an inoffensive shape of beige, and much of the furniture looks to be rosewood. The divans and the chair all upholstered navy blue. Numerous large windows frame the walls, which look out onto the expansive gardens of the Valor family estate. These gardens are green and verdant, full of the nearly pruned hedgerows and impossibly neat flower beds. A fountain is situated among a corpse of carefully planted fruit trees, gently regurgitating crystalline water from the cupped hands of a stoned angel. It's all very elegant, but it feels a bit too prim and proper for my liking. I can't see so much as a single speck of dust anywhere. Charmaine is probably the most slipshod sight in the entire drawing room. Minus myself, of course, with my rumpled hair and my equally rumpled clothes. Charmaine's crooked pigtails stand out more than ever when contrasted with the careful and deliberate symmetry of the trees outdoors. I wonder what her parents say about her appearance. I bet they nag her about it all the time, probably more than Annette does. I wonder if she finds it stifling, living in a place like that. Do you want to explain why she decided to curse Blaze? Does she simply want to change her face?
So...
Charmaine says her teacup down on a saucer and says,
I'm going to guess you came here to ask about Blaze, then.
That's right, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about his current condition.
His condition, eh? Is that what you're calling it?
I wasn't sure what the most polite way to term it would be. Not with my eyes flickered in it, who's stifled by Charmaine's side. I didn't finish that thought. I don't know how much Charmaine's maid knows about all this, but Charmaine doesn't seem too overly concerned about Nadane's present because she beams.
Oh, are you worried about what old Nanny might think? Well, okay, she's just chilling in the room. Milady, please, I'm not old. Maybe not, but you sure act like it, Nanny. What with all your fussing? If you're not careful, you get wrinkles, and that'd be such a shame. You're not unattractive, you know? Even if you always wear that dowdy old dress and those awful shoes, like, yeah. I dress as expected of a maid. Your mother wouldn't like if I was too flashy. I know. Mother doesn't like anything much. But whatever. You might act like a right old stick in the mud, Nanny, but I know you're not a snitch. Wait, whoa, what kind of crime is this? You've always been pretty good at keeping my secrets. Against my better judgment sometimes. So, I don't mind telling you what's up. I've not told anybody about this, actually, but...
Charmaine smiles and, uncrossing her legs, she shifts forward on her chair and says playfully,
I did curse Blaze, if you needed confirmation. I'm going to guess he told you that already, though.
He did mention it, yeah. I reply with a nod, as does Blaze, the one who seems quite startled by the stares.
What? You didn't... Did you, milady? Oh, but I did. And it was very easy, too. I just had to wave my hand and then... Oh, yeah. And poof!
Charmaine makes a sweeping gesture with the right hand and giggles.
You should have been there, Nanny. He looked so shocked. My sides could have split with laughter. Okay. 6, 7, mustard. Milady, please. It really isn't polite to laugh like that, especially not in the company of guests. And what is this about cursing Blaze? What did you do to him?
Do you know Blaze too then, Miss Nanette?
I did, yes. He actually worked here for a few months. Though I did warn Lord and Lady Vuller against employing... Whoa, what kind of discrimination is going on here?
Cause he's a vagabond.
He was a vagabond who never before held a stable job. I thought of admitting such a... Oh. A gentleman into the house would be a recipe for trouble. Oh, I need to get my southern accent going. Hold up. Lady Valor was in agreement with me. My mistress has a good head on her shoulder, but the Lord was less receptive to my arguments. The Lord is something of a philanthropist, you see, and my daddy's always been a bit of a bleeding heart. He always trying to see the best in people. He takes money with him wherever he goes, so he can toss some coins at any street urchins who pass by, and he's always willing to turn the other cheek. He wasn't even angry when I went down to breakfast. Okay, I changed though. Sorry with my accent. Breakfast the morning after I transformed myself. Mother almost fainted, but Daddy was really understanding. He said he always wanted a daughter if I was happy. He was happy. 6, 7. He doesn't even get on my case when I ditch my etiquette lessons with old Armand. Though my mother doesn't have to get on his case about it. She thinks he's too soft, and Nanny here agrees with her. Isn't that right, Nanny? Oh no, heavens forbid.
Nanette blushes deeply all the way to the roots of her hair.
I wouldn't presume to... Oh my god, hold up. Yeah. I wouldn't presume to insult the master in his own home. That would be the most
Uncouth.
uncouth. My bad. I think I can't. I think he's a very kind man. His benevolence is to his benefit. So when it comes to people like Blaze, though, he ran into him on the streets, or so my daddy said. He was in trouble since he'd been caught nicking something from one of the market stalls. 2% of the or was it? What was the stats? Was it 2% of the population yet commits 50% of the crime?
2% of the population commits 6-7 of the crimes.
Yep. The vendor was going on and on about having him banged up in a gowl, the hell. And Dad felt sorry for him. Daddy intervened and paid the vendor. Said it was the whole misunderstanding that took Blaze back here as a charity case. He heard a little about his past, and then he offered him a job on the spot to keep him on the straight and narrow, as my daddy would say. He was trying to do right by the community, like he always does. My daddy really does see the good in everyone, even pretty thieves like you, Blaze. You should consider yourself lucky that my daddy's so nice. Most nobles wouldn't bother spitting on you if you were on fire. Especially not if you've been caught stealing. He didn't give the best first impressions. Or the best second impressions either, even after you got all livered up. Mother pitched a huge fit about taking you on as a servant. She said you had bad blood. Once a thief, always a thief. That's what she said. She tried to put her foot down, but Daddy was firm. He said you've been dealt a hard hand in life, and you deserve a second chance, like you've been given a Chinese cards at a blackjack table. All 12s. He was adamant that you turn over a new leaf once afforded a shiny new opportunity. But he was wrong. Over the piano, the soundtrack changed. You didn't stop your thieving ways, did you? You kept up with your old tricks, pinching a salt shaker here, or a knife or a fork there, until I caught you in the act. I saw what you were doing, so I decided to punish you.
Hence the curse you cast on him.
Exactly. I'm glad you're so quick to catch on, Aster. It makes the explanation a lot easier. What? Then this cat.
And then it looks at Blaze fitfully, who's still curled up in my lap.
This really is Blaze? Gosh darn. That's right. I figured if I turned him into a cute little kitty, he wouldn't be able to steal anything from us anymore. Not without opposable thumbs. Plus, he's way cuter like this, don't you think? It was quite the masterful ideal on my part, if I do say so myself. 6-7. It is a impressive piece of magic, yes. But, milady, you aren't supposed to use your magic on others. I know you're very talented, but you could cause some real harm if you keep this up. Remember what your history tutor said when you gave him a beak? He was distraught. He never been back since. That was the general idea, yeah. You know that I couldn't stand awful old Salem nanny. He was even worse than our man. He did have a bit of a short temper, it's true, but nothing. I want to get rid of him, and it worked, just like it did with Blaze. Damn, if anything, you should be thanking me for driving a thief out of our home. You never wanted him any here anyway, remember? This is certainly true, but you should have reported his thievery to your parents. They should have decided his fate, not you. I could have, yeah. That wouldn't that would have broken Daddy's heart. He really, really wanted to believe in Blaze here. He argued for him so passionately. I would have hated to be the bearer of bad news. I couldn't do that to him. Not when he's only ever wanted to help people. It wouldn't have been right. So, you thought turning Blaze into a cat was a better solution? Yeah, yes. It got rid of Blaze, and I never had to tell my daddy everything I seen. It looked like he just ran away. Which wouldn't be out of character, seeing as he is a street urchin. Oh, street. This way, Blaze is out of the picture, and my daddy need never know that he was hoodwinked so awfully. Besides, if I've told my parents, Mother would have ensured that Blaze would be thrown in prison. I think that would be much better. This way, at least, he gets to go free. Everybody wins. I can see the logic behind that, I suppose, but...
Then it looks at Blaze, expression troubled.
Are you really Blaze?
Blaze purrs tragically and nods.
Oh my, I can hardly believe this. This is an awful lot to take in, though I suppose it does make sense. I wondered where he had gone yesterday. Well, wonder no more. The very pretty and talented witch, Charmaine, has explained everything. So, Mr. Wizard, did Blaze tell you about all of that?
About the theory, you mean?
Yep.
Funnily enough, the part never did come up in conversation. It must have slipped his mind.
Yes, except, well, we all made mistakes. Try not to judge him too harshly for that.
Oh, he's very trying, believe me. Who Blaze a squeezed and sigh. So, I surveyed Charmaine, my figure still digging into Blaze's hide. Giving me quite a lot to think about, but she still hasn't actually given me any helpful information when it comes to actually breaking this curse. Is it even possible? I'm not sure, but it isn't hard to ask. That is why I came here. Do you know how I might be able to turn Blaze back?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know.
No? I find it hard to believe, given Charmaine was the one who cursed Blaze in the first place. She isn't toying with us, is she? It's not beyond the realms of possibility, but I think she's being sincere.
No, I don't. I might be a witch and I might be given the art of transformation, but I still don't have a full grasp of my powers yet. Especially not when others people are involved. I'm hoping I get better at it if given a few years, between 6 or 7 years. But I'm afraid Blaze doesn't have a few years to work with.
I beg your pardon? I can't say I like the sound of that.
I might not know how to lift Blaze enchantment. Oh my god. But I do know that he doesn't have very long to do it. I was very angry, you see, when I discovered he'd been stealing from my family. I was so angry, in fact, that I think I placed quite a powerful curse on him. If you can't find a way to break it in, I say about a week, then he'd be in hot water.
By that you mean?
The spell would stick, and he'd be stuck as a cat for the rest of his days.
Right. I groan, I can't help myself. I'd feared as much, but then hearing Charmaine say it doesn't do my nerves much good. I still don't know Blaze all that well, but I don't want him being a stuck cat forever. That sounds like a ghastly fate, even if he did bring it upon himself. All of this couldn't be avoided if he kept his fingers to himself, and away from the Valorous family's fond china, but it's too late for what ifs now. The fact remains that Blaze did wrong Charmaine's family, and she cursed him accordingly. I don't know if I can blame her for what she did, but it sounds like quite the fearsome curse indeed. I suppose to consider myself fortunate I've not done anything to get on our bad side. Would you do me if I incurred her wrath? Would you do me a frog or rat a bet? And I thought about dealing with Angelique. I thought dealing with Angelique was difficult. Charmaine is much more dangerous.
I know this news might not be what you are hoping to hear.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. If it's of any consolation, however, I don't feel happy about this. I'm not that cruel.
Despite that, you still cursed Blaze to begin with.
Well, yes, I used the whip, and what makes him work harder? Why should I feel guilty? He deserved it. I should be well within my rights to punish any. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I thought I said something different there.
Right.
Whoa.
They should just take the fucking cat, bro.
Yeah, bro. Just
It was there,
I, sh-
bro.
I should be I should be within my right to punish any never do well who would use my daddy's kindness against him. He took Blaze in and out of the goodness of his heart. What Blaze did in return with no way to repay him.
I'm not trying to argue that he was in the right. I just think he might have taken things a bit too far.
Well, maybe, but this is all for the greater good. It ought to deter Blaze from stealing again, if nothing else.
I suppose it'd be hard to steal things that just won't open doors or drawers on your own.
Exactly. My course was quite practical. Not now, that really is all I know. I'm sorry that I cannot be of more help, but you're a very gifted wizard, Aster. If anyone can help Blaze, I am sure you can. Hang in there, alright?
Red Charmaine seems to have so much faith in me, but I'm not so sure myself. I've experienced wielding curses, but tend to be as strong as Charmaine's. She wasn't exaggerating when we said she was a gifted witch. She might be one of the most powerful witches I've ever met, excluding myself, of course. She's still a novice, but the latent power which rolls off her is intimidating even to me. I feel shiver running down the spine, and I'm not the only one.
Aura's crazy.
Aura. Blaze me out sadly while Charmaine smiles.
I know it's a hard lot in life, being stuck in a body you don't belong in. Do try to have a heart, though. I'm sure everything will work out. Yo, Balshir just started following me.
Okay, bro.
Balshir! Oh, yeah, thank you, Balshir, for your Instagram follow. I will follow you back, Balshir.
Thanks for the follow.
Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the kind stranger. Can I not open his account? Okay, well, my Instagram's bugging. It always tend to in the end. Now, there really isn't anything else I could tell the pair of you, so would you mind leaving? My piano tutor will be here soon, and I would like to prepare. Good luck. May the stars watch over you and all that. You can do it. I believe in you.
Wait, please. I called to Charmaine, hoping there might be one last morsel of extra information I can reel out of her, but alas.
There will be no waiting. Milady has made it quite apparent that she no longer wishes to speak to you. You should consider yourself fortunate that she consented to an audience with the both of you at all, particularly giving her pass with Mr. Blaze. Now, let me show you out. Follow me.
Alright, I understand. Thank you for your time, Miss Charmaine. It was most illuminating. I'm not taking my leave.
Yes, you do that. I'm sure that you will be fine, the both of you. But I wouldn't be overly upset, even if you can't break Blaze's curse. I knew Blaze as a human when he still worked for my family, and I think he's much more agreeable like this. He does make for a very cute cat, does he not? 6'7", mustard.
I don't reply to that. I know what to say. I still think Charmaine was in the wrong for praising Blaze, but the way she's going all about this is a bit questionable. I think she's enjoying this a bit too much. Nowadays, such a sweet, smiling girl because she's be such a sadist.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Well, that was a waste of time. I march through the forest, finish with my audience with Charmaine, crushing leaves and twigs beneath my boots as I go. I held Blaze to me, my arms wound about him so he can't wriggle free. I think he knows that he'll be in for it when we get back home, and for good reason. I like to say that I can't believe this, but I can only believe this too well. I've not known you for all that long, and I already know you're on a crook. You're making out like Charmaine cursed you for no reason. Now I hear that you were stealing from her? It's no wonder she got angry. I know you're not actually a cat, but do you have fluffer brains? Can you even think? What do you think would happen, huh? Your Blaze is shaking, he yowls. If he was a rude cat, I might sympathize with him, but he's not, so I don't. All this happened because you can keep your fingers to yourself, and have you gotten me caught up in your nonsense. What do you have to say for yourself? Mao. Yeah, that's what's that. I'm starting to think. Starting to think I'd better off if I wash my hands of Blaze. He's not done anything after all to deserve my help, but for whatever reason I can't. Maybe it's because he was a cat when I first saw him, but I feel guilty if I abandon him now. I'm not sure if he'll ever be able to go back to a normal time, I hope. Tremaine did say there was a time limit on her curse. He only has a week to break the curse, which isn't a lot. He's bound to bother the himself, but I don't think he deserves to be stuck in a cat's body for all of eternity over swiping a few trinkets. I don't owe him anything, but I can't just abandon him. I'm going to be peeved about this, about all this, though. We'll be having a long talk about this later tonight when you're capable of talking and you believe me. There's a lot I'd like to discuss with you, Blaze. You better prepare yourself. I don't like thieves. Everybody's sweet as anything else. But it's liars who really get on my nerves. Later that night. Now let me get this straight. Last night you told me that Charmaine cursed you for no real reason, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Based on what I heard, she had a good reason to take against you. What were you really stealing from her family? Kenley. Just breathe.
My
And
Okay.
I have. Oh, you said it.
I'm not taking any food drinks from her, but I had good reason to it. Asked for it.
And what would those reasons be if you don't mind me asking?
Well, thing is, you see,
Thing is what? I'd be of a halfway suitable excuse prepared, or I'll be very, very disappointed in you. Now there's much excusing theft, of course. That really is underhanded.
I know this. You don't have to tell me that. I just opened up hospice because I drove or anything. It was all because of self-observation.
What are you talking about?
It's like I said, I had a really rough, ever since I was a kid. My dad's crap hurt me after I was born. I don't really know what that past would look like. My mother always been sickly. She did her best to look after me, but she wasn't able to make ends meet. I'd head out into the streets, picking pockets and fleecing rolls of bread from the bakery so we could survive. My mother didn't like it. She always told me to do better and lead to an honest life, but I didn't have any option. No, I didn't want both of us to starve. I kept this until 3 years until my mother's condition got worse. We had enough money to afford a, how do you say that,
Physician.
vision, or CA. I don't know if it's Gary, so
Apothecary.
okay, buddy.
Please,
Yeah, you're learning. You're learning. Like
you're
I wanna
learning
learn
words.
too.
For Miss
Yeah,
Blackbird.
sometimes I don't know words. I'd be like, "What the hell?" Even thinks of that.
Blaze voices trails off, then he ducks his head and sniffs.
Oh, you can guess the rest.
Oh. I'd wondered about Blaze's past, but this clarifies things. I don't think there's a tactful way to approach a subject, so don't bother. I'll just try to ascertain the facts instead. So you're an orphan? Blaze nods. And how old were you when your mother passed?
14 years old. I've been hollow since then for the last decade. I managed crap by just about using my quick wits and my quick fingers.
I really wonder how quick his fingers are if he got caught by a young girl like Charmaine. Pause.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
It's been rough, but I'm not going to pretend that it hasn't. I tried to look over honest work, but nor wanted to employ a street urchin like me. After picking pockets, I didn't have a choice. Not like I did, I would have starved.
Like I said, with that, I suppose. But you did find gainful employment in the end. The Valors took you in. You were working with them for a couple of years, weren't you, before you were cast out in disgrace?
I was here. I never stopped worrying about my future. I was grateful to Lord and Lady Vulture for taking me in, but I knew I was dispensable. If they wanted, they could get rid of me just like that. And in the end, exactly what happened. They did get rid of me.
Because you were caught stealing from them.
I suffered, yeah, but I didn't do it for real, like I said. I've been living in the streets for so many years. I guess I don't know. I didn't trust me to keep a roof over my head or food in my belly. I didn't want to get complacent.
Yeah, complacent.
I was worried with that. They put me out in the dark guard, and we left for nothing. But being even in the house before, in fact, I've been living in the forest for so long, I would lose my touch.
Do you mean when it comes to pickpocketing? Blaze nods grimly.
I went to wine up in the city again. I was streets on my own without any way to find myself. I got this thought into my head, and I was becoming weak, soft even then. And then it's hard to explain to anyone who hasn't been in my position. You've never been homeless before, I'll bet, and you know how running feels. Suffering on the street with a roof over your head, never knowing where your next meal will come from. The truth makes you stink to your bones. If even you drink a little of it, and you're able to escape the slums. I was afraid the whole time waiting for the vultures that something happened, I'll please go over again.
And is that fear that led you to stealing from them?
I guess it's hard to explain. I wanted to test my reflexes. I guess I wanted some backup plan. I figured to fire me while I do a little satios, those maybe like so. To be able to eat, maybe afford a room in the end. I was trying to look after myself, and I was like, ever since I was a kid. Look at me murder when she was still alive. And that shit, I look over myself. I can't rely on someone else's kindnesses. I was doing what was best for me.
I suppose I can understand your reasoning to an extent. It's entirely without its logic, flawed though as it might be. But do you understand if you haven't been caught stealing, you wouldn't be cast out of your own position of employment in the first place, don't you? I think you brought this upon yourself.
Of course, I know that. I only point out the obvious. I'm not a complete idiot.
Well, so long as you understood the error of your ways. I sigh. We prepared to scold Blaze, but after hearing his sorry story, the wind had been knocked out of my sails. I don't think lecturing Blaze has done him any good, not when he already knows what he's done wrong. He must be feeling much more upset by this than anybody else. I feel the degree of sympathy, I suppose. Not that it'll do me or Blaze, for that matter, much good. Knowing Blaze's backstory isn't going to help either of us break the curse that's afflicting him. Is there anything we could do to mitigate the effects of Tremaine's enchantment? I'm busy pondering this when... Kenley.
My bad. Yeah, sure. I should have a god.
What? I don't have much faith in what Blaze has been thinking of. He's not done anything to prove himself as being the brightest candle out there, but I might as well hear him out. It's not like the situation can get any worse than it is.
But
Alright, that's such as it. Whatever he's gonna say is definitely gonna be stupid. Should keep my expectations to a minimum.
there's really intense, pretty like guys in there.
What thing? You're not giving me much to work with here. I'm not expecting miracles, the Blaze just might be. He's desperate enough to cling to any straw available, no matter how unlikely.
I was a bit embarrassing, but goes weird. Well, I heard that the sword thing was sword broke. And so have you again. It's pretty well known. Yo, I swear. Do we know where every person is? I'm gonna be like, you were executed, shot, sent to us, and all.
Just the two of us.
This is something that they put it off my own.
And this mystery thing is.
Well, I'll talk about the kids. This guy's 24, by the way. This guy's fucking 24, by the way.
Yeah, is he? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, this end of time comes to a halt. I like a Blaze Cooley who does not, for once, look back and return. He's staring at his
Just get a
feet instead of
brewing
space light.
sand, nether warts, and a.
Now that's interesting. Blaze was the one who suggested this potential cure, but he looks even more abashed about it than I feel. That's kind of cute, I guess. But wait.
Okay, bro, that's fair.
What did you just say?
Can you hear me? I said we ought to try it. Kissing me.
Yes, that's what I thought you said. I looked Blaze up and down, my arms folded and sigh. What brought this on? No more irresistible, but I'm not sure if kissing me will help your predicament.
I'm not sure what either, but you hear about the thing all the time. It's used for a reason. Our princess. Oh my. Oh. Princess always warming up by true love's kiss. And it isn't good enough for them. I figured it's good enough for me too.
I see. It's a pretty common occurrence in fairy tales.
This guy's dumb as hell. That's why I suggested it.
But I'm best to emphasize that these are just toys. I wouldn't set up much store in them. I wouldn't. Yeah, if I were you. They're not real.
What?
Blaze past his ears drooping.
Doesn't mean it didn't work. It won't work.
I guess we won't know unless we try it.
That's what I was thinking.
But it seems unlikely, even if Choose could break enchantment, there are some obvious issues with your plan.
Such as?
I don't love you and you don't love me. We've only known each other for a couple days, and at least for a quarter of the time I thought you were a cat. I don't think my feelings for you would be strong enough to override Shemaine's enchantments. I don't doubt your feelings for me would be up to snuff either. That's just something you're not telling me.
Oh yeah. It's been a long shot, I'll admit. I'd like to give it a go at least. I mean, you never know, it might just work. I love you, yeah.
Like I said, I'm too surprised about that. I know I'm not particularly lovely if my face is decently pretty, at least according to Angelique.
There's someone able to figure out, I mean, a kiss is a kiss. Right. Whether you're factoring you love them good or not. The peak. The peak might be enough to sort everything out.
I think you're being a bit too optimistic, and you're underestimating Charmaine's abilities. She's quite an accomplished witch, you know.
I know. You know, after seeing her, she likes to mess with people. I bet she'll be all over true love's kiss as an antidote just to make me blush.
Well, if that's what she's after, she certainly succeeded.
She was.
Oh yes, you look very red.
Well. I'm the only one.
I beg your pardon.
Being flustered for you know, seems like you like me for my charms. He.
What? No, I wonder if you these words. I thought I'd be handling the situation rather calmly, but my voice trails away. I caught sight of my reflection in the mirror, then paused. Blaze is right, my face is flushed. Must be more shaken by this than I thought. It's pretty embarrassing, but I'm not gonna let myself falter. I'm too much of an adult to get worked up about a silly kiss, especially not a kiss that's completely transactional. There'll be no false feelings involved in this. Blaze and I have both established that we are not in love with one another. The very thought is preposterous. She doesn't like me like that, and I don't like him. I shouldn't be so flustered, therefore, but I guess I'm not unmoved as I'd like to believe. Can't help but feel awkward. This will be my first kiss after all. Not that I'm about to tell Blaze that. Well, I'm very sorry. I'm not shameless that you did offer not to move me just a bit. This is quite an intimate matter we're discussing, but.
Westers, don't start treating me that I was gonna play you for anything. You're not really my type, dude. Oh, you are. You're way too grumpy.
I had heard, yes. I rolled my eyes all the while trying to stem the stupid blush when I was running right across my stupid traitor's face. I was chosen so that my embarrassment might not be so immediately obvious. Would I have to be so embarrassed anyway? It doesn't even matter that it's my first kiss, it's irrelevant. I would never really cared about romance. It'd be way too soon to start now. And hell, trying to calm myself down, then after a pause I say, alright then, have it your way.
I really wouldn't go along with this, Asher.
If you want me to. I doubt that this will work, but we might as well give it a go. If we can break your curse now, it should save us some trouble later on.
Love thinking we're on the same page.
Oh please. Don't liken me to you. We could not be more dissimilar if we tried.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You're so tight for one, and so antisocial too. Obviously, why you agree to this? I thought you were sure you'd throw something at me, or I'll not turn into a frog.
Well, I did consider it.
Haha, at least you're honest.
But I am afraid of casting any further transformation fails and result in a disaster. I don't know about you, but I don't fancy seeing what a cat/frog hybrid would look like.
You're like kind of cute, maybe.
Perhaps it would, but you're the one who'd have to live in that body. Don't be so careless about your well-being.
I had a good point, so.
Biz approached me and leans in, his fingers curling around my shoulders.
Are we doing this then?
I suppose we are, yes.
Right, good, Are you sure you don't mind?
I'm quite sure, yeah.
You cursing at the fact, will you?
Oh, well, no, not as long as you keep your tongue where it belongs, at least.
Just try to stick in your mouth.
I can tell with you, you're awfully impetuous. You're the one that suggested we kiss. I was doing such a good job at not stuttering, too. Why am I so bad at this? No idea how far you're planning to go.
Oh, I didn't intend to push you away that much. I am a brute now. Better quick picking of this will be alright.
I don't know if a quick peck on this is enough to constitute true love's kiss. It sounds more like the sort of kiss you bestow upon an elderly relative, and I'm extreme embarrassed at that. There's nothing very romantic about Blaze's situation, but there's nothing very romantic about this situation, full stop. How can there be when we don't love one another? There's nothing but a farce. I'd be much happier if Blaze was silliness, but alright, fine, you can go right ahead. Kiss me if you want, but be quick about it. I don't have all night.
Right, thanks for being good about this. I'll start then.
Okay.
Blaze's fingers tighten around my shoulders as he slowly dips his head. His lips part scant centimeters away from my own. I tremble, my eyelids falling shut. This is the standard etiquette when it comes to kissing, or so I've heard. I don't want to stare at Blaze dead on when our mouths are pressed together. That would make this even more awkward than it is already. It is awkward enough as it is. My heart is hammering so hard I would push spiders feel ruptured. 3 months pass, moments which I feel like feel Blaze's warm breath against my skin. Then I feel it. Blaze's lips are pressed against mine. We're kissing. We're technically kissing at least. But the kiss is almost entirely devoid of any passion. We don't know very much about kissing, but should it really feel this way? Blaze doesn't make any attempts to deepen our connection. He doesn't tip the back of my head like here sometimes doing romance stories. He doesn't wind his arms about my back, and he doesn't open any of his lips. He doesn't introduce his tongue into the kiss. Though I should not be surprised about that. He told me you wouldn't. Instead, he simply stands there, his fingers curled about my shoulders for a brief handful of seconds. Then his kiss is soft, lighter than a feather, but it makes my face flood scarlet regardless. And I thought I was flustered beforehand. That's nothing compared to this.
She has so much fucking detail.
Oh my god.
But the moment soon passes. Blaze runs back, his fingers falling from my shoulders. The touch of his lips against my arches, and my eyes flare open when he does. Like a Blaze, my head still say my lips parted. My mouth doesn't even feel damp. As far as the first kiss goes, it's a bit of a disappointment. No, is it not? Not as I tried. Not I tried to tell myself that I'm upset about how abrupt it was. I should be relieved that it's finally over, but
I was that it was too plushy, was it?
it was fine. I don't think it was particularly passionate though. It was about on par with the kiss my parents gave me when I was a child.
Well, good.
Trying to kiss their parents were doing.
I wanted to make you uncomfortable. I tried to make the quiz I could. I mean, it will also count as kiss, of course.
Yes, it was very kind of you. I'm sure kissing me would have been an awful dear. You must be glad to have that done and over with.
Okay.
Blaze frowns.
You're putting words into my mouth.
Just like you didn't put his tongue in mine.
My nurse said it was an awful ordeal.
I know he didn't, but he's acting like it. He pulled away incredibly quickly.
I just figured since it's nothing more than business, it would be best if you didn't linger. You didn't ask me to finish up fast after all.
Yeah, I know. I know I'm being unreasonable about this. I didn't have any right to lecture Blaze, not when he acted on my orders. I shouldn't stab him. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. I just feel a bit out of sorts.
It's later Samuel is pretty late. Do you want to get in bed?
In a moment, yeah. Because this I sound pretty good about right now. My homie take more on off a good display. There's nothing else, and more pressingly still, how strange it might make me feel. Something I say as you force though.
Right.
What he asks, is he being serious right now? Should it be obvious? You kissed me for a reason, remember? This is well in service of breaking Charmaine's silly spell. Do you feel any different after doing that?
Oh yeah.
Blaze blinks and looks down at himself.
I almost forgot.
I'd almost forgotten, he says. Goodness. I never thought it was just no, so I wonder whether he's even stupider than I thought.
Still practically different.
Blaze holds his hands up to his head and gives his ears an experimental poke.
It looks like his ears are still there.
You raise a good point. I wonder about that myself. I presume those ears must be part of the curse too. No ordinary person looks like that.
But this would be a bad sign. I feel like the ears are passing about and everything about set for what I can surprise you Mercury.
What?
I guess you'll find out even more after I woke up.
I suppose so. That sounds logic at least. If I wake up and Blaze is back to the bloody cat, it should let us know that the kiss was a failure. I can't say I have much hope, but that would be nothing new. I never have any hope. I'm an awful pessimist. Alright, right. I think I'll turn it for that, if it's the same to you.
Straight on, keep going.
Oh, I won't believe me. I roll my eyes and rise from my desk. I sing your scandal still flickering my red style on the side of my bed. I draw my sheets around me like a protective shroud and curl up beneath them. I don't invite Blaze to join me at this bed. At this point, I think I'd rather castrate myself. I don't want to be looked at Blaze or talk to Blaze, and I definitely don't want to touch him. Outside I've been disturbed, scattered just like autumn leaves. I need a few moments to myself. I need to think about what just happened. Though, maybe not thinking about what just happened would be better for my health. I'm not entirely sure. I turn these thoughts over in my head. My heart hammering well until
Yeah, sure.
Blaze calls me in a plaintive sort of way, skulking at the foot of my bed like a shadow.
You'll be sleeping for me.
What does he think after everything he did? Shouldn't that be obvious? I think the floor is the best place for you. I put up with more than enough of you for one day. I might have let you kiss me, but that was just one off. I'm not gonna let you sleep with me too. Please give me a bit of personal space when I'm trying to sleep you with him.
It's kind of harsh.
See Blaze's face, but I bet he's pouting. Of course he's pouting. He always pouts when he can't get it what he wants.
I get it was been spending all the time together with me. I'll take the floor for the cup. I'll take over the dirt.
Yes, as you should, and you should count yourself lucky too. The floor is almost too good for the Lex view. My voice shows off. It's by darkness on a phone. Though it has very conductive to a good night's sleep.
I'm covered by several words. I listen to how that's a proof. Important. Say for some place I did that before.
I don't don't think Blaze is affecting the air of bravado. He's being sincere. He really must have had it rough. To find sleeping on warped wooden floors an improvement over his earlier arrangements. I can't help but feel for him, even if he did kiss me. Or maybe I feel for him because he kissed me. I still feel really confused about this, but I'm not so confused I don't have a handle on my magic. I'm still not gonna let you share yours, but I can do this at least if it should make you more comfy. Flick my wrist. I want to do a mattress materializes on the ground for Blaze's convenience, alongside a sheet and a few pillows. It's a pretty simple spell. I can manage it even while half asleep, but Blaze still gasps.
Oh, that's incredible answer.
It's not as special, really. If I couldn't manage at least this much, I have no right to call myself a wizard.
Now this time I thought you called yourself gonna sound cool. You're so amazing.
To an entirely ordinary person like you, I suppose I must look amazing, but I assure you, I've done nothing noteworthy.
That's what you mean. You're being really nice.
No, I'm not really. I just thought, given you're my guest, I should have provided you with some basic amenities. You deserve at least that much.
Although you think if I said I would like die more than mine.
And like I said, you're a guest, so I thought I had to treat you like one. I don't care how rough you had in the past. There's no way you can interpret sleeping on the floor into something positive. Now go to sleep. I'm not in the mood to keep talking.
I'll do my best.
I hear wrestling in my left, Blaze sinks to the ground. A few moments pass the silence, which needs to speak before very softly Blaze says,
Thanks, Esther. I appreciate it.
it's no problem. It's not like I have much of a choice, not now that I'm stuck with you.
I don't know about that. Could be ready, but you haven't. I think you're a pretty nice guy, all things considered. Happy that I met you.
I pull a face. Flattery will get you nowhere, knock it off.
Alright, I'll be quiet.
Right, sweet dreams. I'll lie back down once more, curling up beneath my sheets like a cat. Though I try, I might. However, I can't fall asleep.
Okay,
Keep
bro.
thinking about the sensation of Blaze's lips against my own. It was a fleeting affair
Yeah,
as far as
yeah.
kisses goes. Not that I know very much about kisses. That was my very first, but still. Based on everything I've heard about kisses, mostly from my more unscrupulous customers back at the later kisses, who used to boast about their exploits on the daily, because I'm meant to be more passionate than that. They're supposed to last a lot longer and feel more sensational. Sensual. The kisses my classmates posted about certainly were. They were deep kisses which left each party breathless. All these kisses sounded rather unpleasant based on the information I was given. For me, a kiss like that would have felt like less of an anticlimax compared to the kiss Blaze actually gave me. I think I must have been preparing myself for something more intimate, but it didn't come. I should relieve that the moment's over, but instead, do I feel disappointed? I've never felt like this about anybody else before, mostly because I've never done anything like this with anybody else before. I'm 26 years old, and I'm woefully inexperienced. That never bothered me very much in the past, but with Blaze it feels different. Why it feels different though, I have no idea. Maybe I'm just tired. Yes, it's probably it. It's late at night and I had a busy day and I'm exhausted. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm sure I'll feel better about it tomorrow. Everything should be easier to manage with a bit of sleep. End of this chapter. Squeeze my eyes shut in hopes that it'll make me fall asleep more quickly. But before I do, my fingertips press subconsciously against my lips. The tingling. I exhale, thoroughly exhausted with myself. I'm so fixated upon this. I need to drop it. I'm being ridiculous. My hands fall upon my mouth, curling against my pillow. A minute or so later, I fall asleep. The following morning.
Oh, we're not a chapter change.
No, we're not done with chapter 2 yet. It's chapter 2.
I thought it was like it goes with the day.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
How long is this shit?
I don't know. I feel like I might just save here and call it, because, like,
I gotta eat soon, man.
yeah,
Yeah, man. It feels like trying to find a bash in another. Those who know.
those who know.